Welcome to the channel and this segment on the convertible top. We got another day's work in and managed to get all the canvas and everything off. And I'm going to show you that. But first, we'd like to send out our condolences to the family. The original owner of this car recently passed away. And obviously, we're sorry to hear that. And we know he had saved this car for half a century nearly with the intent of putting it together, and unfortunately never got it done. But it's also given us the opportunity to do the job now, and we're looking forward to seeing this project through. So I'll turn it around and I'll show you what we got done and some of the status on some of the parts. So you can see the battery in there, and we've been using the power from that battery to run the motor and pump that opens and closes the convertible top. It still works. One thing we've noticed from opening and closing it is that now these cylinders are starting to leak. The rams are a little corroded on it, and we have found out recently, this is the ram, by the way, we found out recently that you can purchase both rams for either side, as well as actually the lines for it, as well as the pump and the motor. So it's nice to know these parts are still available. The top has a couple of issues. You can see here all the corrosion, and that actually goes underneath as well, and is a hole. You can see here the corrosion and how far gone some of this stamped metal is, and it is on both sides. This is actually the fastening points for this separate. It's a separate piece that goes on the front that sits on top of the windshield. This part is not available, and a gentleman in Florida says we may not find it, so we may have to actually fabricate this piece, at least on the corners. This side here is actually even worse, so there's no material left here whatsoever. This all has to be repaired. We got all the trunk cleaned out, so we got a better look at what the state of everything is in here. I think it should show pretty good. Yeah, you can see it's all pretty decent on this quarter panel, except for into here. You can see the hole and the rot all through here, and the body mount's not even holding the trunk pan down anymore. We'd be able to lift the body off without even undoing that bolt. That's not a good thing. The other side is actually in a little better shape. There is a small hole right here, so some of this is all going to have to be removed and some new metal put in. You can see that's the quarter panel that was replaced. Of course, it's not the prettiest thing, as well as this corner. The material is pretty much just gone all in this corner, so we're going to have to put all new metal in there. The other side is actually pretty good. We'll see when we get the rest of this seam sealer stuff out of there. And of course you can see there's some rust under there. I also noticed, actually just today, that there's a patch on this part of the wheel well right here. You can see where somebody welded in a small piece of metal, and it almost looks like it was torn, and they welded that through there. Here's the other side. You can see that it's all nice and smooth. There's definitely no patches or anything on there, right? So anyways, yeah, that's what the trunk looks like as a whole. And I'll just let you see our other concerning part on the top here, which is, of course, the opposite side at the front framework. It is totally gone here, and this actually carries on further down, probably about here. When we had it up, we could see. So that's all got to go. That's no good. And a few more pieces, although the convertible top guys down in Florida, they actually supply quite a number of the pieces. One other thing I will say about the top is if you look over there, you can see there's chrome buttons on the inside. Of course, there's no headliner on this car, so those are completely in view when you're sitting inside the car with the top up. And spoke to a gentleman in New York. He says he can re-chrome those for us. One of the other members managed to get all the rest of the stainless steel trim off the car. You can see once he got it all off the wheel, we can really see how much damage, corrosion is in here, that this all has to be new metal welded in, as well as down there. This quarter panel really was in rough shape, even though it was replaced. But he got all the trim off, all of this. You can see there's the rivets from the repair job that was done many years ago. We got all the badges off. They actually unbolted okay, as well as the top badges are all off. These are going to be re-chromed because they're in pretty rough condition as well. And that the gentleman in New York says he can manage for us. Here's the other side. All the trim's off this side as well, if you look down the side of the car. And progress is being made. You can see how much nicer this actually is, where the factory, actually, we believe they put Bondo in here because it's very nicely, it's nice and smoothly finished all through this section here where the trim goes on. Of course, the other side isn't. This wheel well was definitely more intact, but is going to need a little bit of love as well. And well, we're definitely going to be putting our hours in when it comes into metal work. So that's where the car's at right now. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you're enjoying this little lesson, we're calling it, because this is all new to us as well. And we'll be back with some more. I can't wait to show you what one of our team members is doing with the stainless steel. He has been taking it off, as well as taking it home and refinishing it, and it looks fabulous. Some of the pieces he's already done, it's going to be amazing to see it all back on the car when the time comes. So thanks for watching, and here's a look at what our day looked like.